Hello, welcome to my video. This is gonna be video part one of gonna show exactly how the snap dentures, the denture has an implant is done. So I know there is a lot of ways of doing it, but first I'm gonna start with preparing the model for by blocks. So it's obvious that this model needs to be trimmed. Has all this kind of a extra over here, and then all this area needs to be taken out. So I'm gonna turn on, this is gonna be loud, turn on my suction unit because this is dangerous to be inhaling dust. So I'm just going to trim all this is extra stone. So I think this is okay. This is the other one, the lower. Okay, so done. I'm just gonna go wash it and clean it up, and then we go to the next step. So this is the models that I already trimmed. I kind of analyze this model. Will have to get my bar parker to get this area a little bit dipped. That should not be there. So it might be deeper here, I'm not sure, but we're gonna verify with the next model. Just kind of indentation over here, like undercuts. So this is really thin bone and has that extra tissue here. So the tissue over here could sometimes interfere with the fit of the denture because pulls and stretches. So if the denture is over it, more likely could affect a lot on the eating certain food. So the implants. So the implants is right here. I believe, I'm not expert on implant, that should be slightly, maybe a millimeter higher. I noticed in the tissue is getting over this, like a half a millimeter. So in this video, this segment, I will be showing you exactly how to do the old wax by registration. You can do also you base plate with the light cure material, which is for custom trim material. You can do your base plate. With that base plate goes over the denture ridge, over the ridge, and you just mold it towards the tissue. But you have to kind of like be careful with the undercuts. Those are the undercuts where when you try to pull this material off of it, once it's already hard, it will be hard to remove. So same way with this lower has that undercuts, and that's that teeny really tiny bone around here. So I don't want to use the material because when I pull this off of it, I will pull the entire stone out of this. So by still going to lubricate it, to use Vaseline, so I don't have a problem pulling it out from the model. So just using regular Vaseline. So I just gonna warm up my wax. I have a torch here on my right to warm up my wax with, so I can fold it really easy for me to mold that against the model. If you want to do your own buy block, this is the easiest way to do it. So you just press down against the ridge so the wax can start molding towards the ridge. And that's exactly the same thing you would do with the custom trim material. But in this case, I'm safer to do it with wax because the wax is soft. It's gonna be easy to remove. Just warming the bar parker a little bit. Normally the buy blocks feels big. It is a buy block. You don't have to get freaked out. And the advantage of it, you can trim it. You can do whatever you want with it. If it's too big, doesn't fit in your mouth, you can trim all that. So there is that folded tissue here. This can be part of the denture. I'm just gonna remove it. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be beneficial to keep that tissue in there. This is the 1/3 of the remote pad area right here. I wonder how Dana's other dentures are, if that tissue is covered or not. On her previous denture, I don't remember the one I made her. I'm not gonna overstand it, you know. So now I do have the size of the base plate that I want. I can warm it up and heat it up a little bit just to make sure all the areas. There is that little folding areas out here. So now I'm gonna fold. I don't have the that preformed bite block, which makes your life easier if it's preformed. I'm doing the whole sheet. So what I will do here is need this block to be as much as formed on the ridge, so then this way she can bite and then not have their jaw shifting. Or sliding. On the ridge. It's going to just seal the things around it. So I'm making a denture, which is gonna be making video about it. It's gonna be a snap denture for Donna's slump. So she's gonna be documenting and make a video about her experiences with me on making her dentures. So that's why I'm showing you guys exactly how it's gonna be done. It's gonna be a challenging for me because I don't normally do the snap implants on the denture. This is gonna be my first. Normally I can make the denture without the gears on, so Dennis will do the rest of the part. I'm using a spatula to clean up I'm gonna clean up my spatula, and we're using the torch to clean up everything because I'm gonna be putting on the top of this block. This is a little bit messy. Making denture is not any clean compared to the fixed. I normally like to sit it on a table, making sure my vertical dimension is correct. As you can see, when you heat it up on a torch, cleans up really nice. What I'm gonna do here is cut this axis away a little bit until it is set, because the wax is too soft to trim sometimes. when it's warm, the wax is tough. It's too soft to trim. This is again my buy registration buy block for the project of a snap dentures. The snap dentures that I'll be making for Dana Sloan. She has a channel. She will be talking about it in her channel. And I'm showing you exactly how the buy blocks are done. I have a few more videos about this, but this is more specific. This is a project of making a snap denture I like the challenges. I'm gonna pass the spatula one more time to make sure it's flat. Gonna heat it up really good. It's smoking. I did way too much, but I'm just gonna seal it up. You look lower right now, but I don't worry about this because you can still play with your articulator by increasing the dimensions if it's needed. It's a 1/3 lower than retomotor area. This is the height is 1/3 right there. So I think I'm happy with how it looks, and it's the matter of doing the upper now. Most buy block are not fancy. They rough. Unless you're in an industrial lab, that's what I'll specialize in, and they send a nice and cute buy block. This is the upper. I will do the same thing with the upper, folding and molding the wax towards the model. I already put some separated material on it, which is the Vaseline, in order for me to have an easy way of separating this wax from the model. So I know Dana is a T-gags, so I have to chore this soft palate area because she will not be able to tolerate when you feel this wax in her mouth. So gonna make sure that it gonna be makes feel tight. You know, for any case that you have and planning to do, you have to do, or any job you goes to, you have to learn. This is one of the first step of making dentures. You have to learn how to make bite blocks. Which the rules are 22 millimeters from the interior and 18 on the back. I don't seem to measure that anymore because I have an idea how it should look like. Some technician might think I'm crazy, I don't know what I'm doing, but like some of the insults that I get, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this forever, and I've been really successful technician. I have made so many dentures, and I have not have a problem with my bite blocks. I don't like to follow textbooks because even the textbooks, where you go and look at the images and pictures that they used to put in there, you tell yourself, "Oh my God, I can do better job than this." You know, some of the textbooks, that's how they look. You know, with wrong looking pictures. So folding the wax in two to create some type of thickness, and I keep heating it up so I can fold it really easy to create the shape that I need to put it on the top of my base plate. The shape to the ridge. This is the shape I want, and it's gonna heat it up. I'm just going to use my spatula. It's easier and faster. Just heating my spatula up. Always clean up your spatula. This is my spatula. Got this from Walmart. The bite blocks feels bulky, is not comfortable, but that step needs to be done in order to create the denture, because it is to find the relationship between your upper and lower jaw. This is still look high. I'm just gonna reduce it. Now I just try to smooth things up. You can get your tissue, paper. What a mess, right? That's what some people will say, and I heard that before. What a mess. Come on, man. I'm working. If you have your laboratory so nice and clean, it's because you guys are not busy. Most denture labs are messy. There's that rule you clean up every single day, or sometimes you clean up at noon, so when people comes inside, don't look that mess. So I'm just opening that soft palate area, free it, so she can be okay and be uncomfortable. See, here is. Almost done. Seems like she only have a lower implant, which seems so few millimeters under the skin, under the tissue. I'm not sure if that should look like that. I'm not the expert here. It just look quite not mechanical. So I'm gonna put the key. What's the key for? The key is for the material of a bioregistration can flow in. You have to key it, otherwise it will be uncomfortable and hard to work with when you articulate. And this is pretty much it for this BioBlock. You can try it out. It's just expecting something more like this. So, okay, thank you for watching. And this is the BioBlock of Adana Sloan that she is talking about in her channel about her getting the full upper and lower denture from me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit a notification so you can be notified every time I have a new video.